Rorschach's Journal, November 1985.
Yeah, keep it in the 80s.
Saw a man with a skull shirt go into a bar filled with gangsters. Then saw him leave, and only him, for that whole night. I like this guy.
Yeah.
Use further
Remember to
investigation.
send flowers and chocolates.
And you know what? With that, welcome to the Graphic Comics Podcast Department, where we talk about comics and graphic details.
Welcome to the GCPD.
Yeah, on the show tonight we have Jonathan Kelly.
I was designed to save the world.
We have Quincy Hall.
Just your friendly neighborhood psychopath.
And myself, Jared H. Tatum. Buddy Hood could not make it tonight because
he's in space right now, fighting with the Guardians of the
Bleeding from
Galaxy.
his mouth.
from all the period blood. In this episode tonight, we're going to talk about Batman, the Black Mirror, our character of the week, news and reviews, our sponsor, hero and villain, and much, much more. So with that, let's get into our Batman, the Black Mirror. What was that?
That was my chair.
Oh.
What the fuck? Was Rorschach. That was Rorschach coming in trying to tell me about his journal.
What the fuck
that was the Age of Ultron starting.
So, Batman, the Black Mirror.
Batman, the Black Mirror.
Batman, the Black Mirror. Wait, I thought we were all saying the title.
No. It was a comic run that ran for, what was it, 11 issues?
Yeah.
It was a thing that happened for a while and then it stopped.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Between November 2010 and August 2011. This is the final arc in the original Detective Comics run before the New 52.
So that should tell you something right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Written by Scott Snyder with illustrations by Jock and Francisco Franchivelli.
Now, was this one of the last comic runs before the New 52 where the writers and editors were like, fuck it, it's not gonna matter?
No, they actually put time into this one.
Yeah.
Which made them sad, I know.
It seems like they was writing this and then New 52 happened.
No, it seems like they were trying to write this to show like the New 52 did not need to happen. No, man, we got this. No, look, seriously, look, man, no, come on now, don't do it.
Ah, you did it.
And yet somehow it's still canon within the New 52. Because that's the weirdest thing. Out of everybody in the New 52, Batman is probably the one that has remained the most unchanged.
And yet,
it's still convoluted as fuck.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny how you say that because the Batman in here is Dick Grayson, and then you say he remains unchanged, and he's like now he's Grayson.
Yeah. So before give you a little more background, Bruce Wayne died, and someone needed to take up the mantle. So it was Dick Grayson.
Jason Todd.
Dick Grayson, because Jason Todd is a goddamn psychopath.
Like Batman. I don't see what the problem is.
Well, I mean, when you're looking for a Batman, don't you want a goddamn psychopath?
I mean, Azazel wasn't there at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, because that worked out.
It worked for Frank Miller in All-Star.
Yeah. And I read that. I waited 4 years and I read all of that.
The series we all collectively lovingly call Ass.
Or the Dark Knight Returns, a voice tells me to stop at the leg. I don't listen.
Or the goddamn Batman.
I'm the goddamn Batman.
I'm the goddamn Batman.
Target or something. I'm the goddamn Batman. I love Vincara's review of that series because he calls them Crazy Steve, which is infinitely more funny if you're a fan of Rage Select.
Yes.
Loco Steve.
Yes.
Loco Steve.
Batman.
Also, Loco Steve and Robin Boy Wonder.
Calls him the crazy homeless man dressed as Batman.
Yeah. So Batman Eternal.
Batman R.I.P.
So Batman the Black Mirror A series of brutal murders pushes Batman's detective skills to the limit and forces him to confront one of Gotham's oldest evils. I did not read this, but I believe Jonathan and Quincy has.
Yep.
So
I have read a bit of it. I'm not sure if I've read all of it. I can't remember.
And we have Buddy in the chats who has also read it.
Yes, he'll give us pointers.
By the way, we really should call him a doctor. He's getting blood all over my new carpet.
How is that a doctor? Wait for it. Okay.
We had to wait for the response.
So
No, I know what you're doing. I just wasn't giving you the time of day. So.
okay, so Batman the Black Mirror. What go.
All right, I'll start. So, Batman the Black Mirror. This takes place after Bruce Wayne died. Yeah, he died.
Yeah, quote unquote died.
Spoilers.
Yeah, and I believe this is actually after the Battle of the Cowl too, because Dick Grayson is no longer Nightwing. He's actually Batman. Like he took on the Cowl.
Officially Batman.
Officially, yeah, he is officially Batman.
Yeah,
he has the utility belt and everything.
Wait, how did
he has Superman's approval and all that shit?
How did Bruce Wayne die?
Through convenience.
Convenience.
And he wasn't even really dead.
What was the convenience?
But that's a whole other story.
Well, actually, no. If I remember correctly, Bruce Wayne came back. Actually, yeah, because he came back and he started Batman Incorporated. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah. I remember that doing the research. Yeah, he died, came back, started Batman Incorporated,
right?
Which is all still canon in New 52.
Look, man, what isn't canon when it comes to Batman? But Dick Grayson is now Batman, and he's still protecting Gotham City, like Bruce Wayne would have wanted when he thought he was dead. When Grayson thought he was dead, but he's back now, so he's still doing it. And so one of the cases that he's doing now involves a series of murders, and he's actually trying to track down these two officers who have these two dirty cops, which isn't that surprising. It is Gotham, by the way.
As you do.
These two dirty cops who are selling they're selling like supervillain evidence to this man called the Dealer, which is probably the most generic name I've ever heard in my life.
They're selling weapons-grade crystal meth.
That's one of them.
Oh, that's one of them.
Yeah, I don't know, because it felt like to me when I was reading, it felt like they were selling weapons, but it was more like memorabilia. So like if it was like, I felt like the Dealer was like this collector who just wanted all this stuff. Oh yeah, so Buddy wants us to tell us that Batman Incorporated, we also had Batwing as well. Yeah, he was killing dictators in Africa. I forgot now. Now, nice. Granted, not the whole continent of Africa, just a specific country, but I don't remember. I hate when people make that mistake, so I won't do it.
Yeah, you hear that, Buddy?
Goddamn penis potatoes.
Sure.
Yeah, so anyway.
Dictators.
Ah.
Yeah. And so as we're working with the Dealer, Dick Grayson, with the help of Oracle, who is still Oracle who is Barbara Gordon, not the crazy bitch from Gotham, but the daughter who was once Batgirl.
Okay.
who is Oracle now? Because I guess the Killing Joke is still in canon here.
Yep.
Which is weird because it was never supposed to be.
I know. But yeah.
Just one more thing. I'm more pissed about comics. Right.
But she's helping him out now as kind of like his Oracle, kind of like his research guy, similar to what's going on in any of the Arkham games. And so, with the help of Oracle, Batman infiltrates this thing called, wait for it, the Mirror House. I wonder why it's called that. To find the Dealer, and it turns out that they're actually doing some kind of auction as he's investigating, which is, I think it was like some kind of monkey, like a macabre or something.
An auction for a monkey.
Yeah, monkey auctions. You know, because like they like that illegal meat, man.
Oh, monkey meat always get you.
But so before he can get in, it turns out like it's a bunch of wealthy people that are doing this auction because people like when you have too much money, you're into some weird shit. And
I know.
and as so, one of the things that they had to do, one of the things that these people had to do was put on gas masks for reasons.
Okay.
To keep their identities hidden.
And in case anybody farted.
Yeah.
So Batman trying to infiltrate puts on a gas mask and he gets into the auction. It turns out that the dealer was waiting for Batman, and he actually, and I guess in a stroke of genius and well execution, put a nerve gas that made him hallucinate into that specific mask that he just knew that he was going to get because he knew he was going to put on a mask. Like seriously, the details of this plan were so exact that if nothing had happened, like had he not come that day, it would have been all for naught.
Or somebody would have been really tripping balls.
Or someone would have been fucked. Right. So they keep so with that in tow, Batman kind of fights his way through these violent illusions and he escapes the building. And he's trying to make it to a hospital so Oracle can help him. So Oracle can kind of help him out and trying to stop this serum, but he also has to take out the dealer who's trying to escape on a plane. So in an awesome panel, he actually breaks out his awesome bat suit and starts to fight in the air to take out the dealer. And while he's fighting, Batman kind of realizes very quickly that the only way to beat the dealer is to start destroying his things, because that's his whole motif.
Just fucking up everything.
Exactly. So he starts throwing all this memorabilia or all the things that he's collected, all these artifacts, out the plane, which pisses off the dealer so much that he actually takes the Man-Bat serum.
Okay.
Because that's always a good idea.
That's always a good idea. I have nothing else to lose.
When all in doubt, take the Kirk Langstrom serum.
Right. And so Dick being Batman, or Dick just being Dick, actually finds a way to beat this monster, and he manages to defeat the monster, but the plane explodes again, and no body is found. This sounds familiar. Again.
It's not like this happened before.
Hold on, I have a question real quick.
Before that.
In the auction, I don't remember if this was, but in the auction, were they selling the crowbar?
It would have been great if they did.
Because I remember something about that where there was an auction where people were buying things, and one of them was the crowbar that the Joker beat Jason Todd with.
It might have been. It's been a while. It's been not a while, but it's been a while since I've read it. But I do know it's like memorabilia. I do remember the Man-Bat serum.
Okay. Then continue.
I'm trying to just think of all the things that he would have sold, and here is the bullet that paralyzed Barbara Gordon. Just all these effed up things.
Really?
Well, yeah. Then the crowbar was probably in that because they mentioned there's still brain matter on it and shit.
No, I'm saying if they sold those things, just I can just think of all this fucked up stuff that they could sell.
This was the roll of film that were taken when Barbara Gordon was shot.
And these were the chains that Jim Gordon was in, where he made him look at the photos.
And this was the chastity belt the Joker wore during that entire event.
I like how we're just doing everything from the Killing Joke, because that's the most fucked up thing that we ever read.
Oh no, really? Because I think it was one of the funniest things I've ever read.
Really? Of course you would.
So after the explosion, Dick Grayson goes back to Wayne Tower, and Alfred's there to help him move some of his personal belongings back into his new home, the Batcave. And Dick Grayson kind of reflects on how Gotham has gotten much darker, which I was like, no, it's kind of always been like that. It's just that you've been Robin instead of Batman.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun to see Gotham as this, playground for, good guys and bad guys when you're wearing green shorts and a yellow cape.
Which I still don't know why that was the outfit.
Because he's a target.
Or I guess
no, seriously, that's the point. Is he's distracting.
Well, then why does Batman
Like,
wear
you
that
see-
yellow? Why did he wear that yellow bat on his suit for so long? So the
Because
enemy
it's a
could shoot
target
at
also,
that.
because
Right.
that's the point in his suit that's most reinforced.
And then they just made the whole thing reinforced.
Yeah, because if
Yeah.
you have that yellow sign on your chest, bad guys will more likely shoot that, except and not his head.
Right.
And then next thing we have, the next arc is called Skeleton Cases. So in this one, James Gordon Jr. actually returns to Gotham City after so many years. Harvey Bullock actually tells Commissioner Gordon that his son has come back, and they think that he was responsible for this recent. It wasn't really a crime, just more like a phenomenon that like someone opened up the city's aviary, which I don't even know why the city would have an aviary, but whatever, and released all the birds.
Well, because it's Gotham.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Because it needs everything. Gotham needs everything.
That's just the oddly specific zoo. Like
Yeah,
all we have is birds.
Well, I mean, they have aviaries. They have like how many like run down, like abandoned carnivals and circuses in that fucking city?
Yeah, zoos in general.
Both operational and shut down.
Oh, Gotham, you're such a shitty town.
How can Gotham still be a lucrative city if everything is shut down? I don't understand.
So after this, Harvey Dent tells Commissioner Gordon about this. The commissioner, or Gordon, the commish, I call him, goes into his house, and he finds a dead bird that is being eaten by a rat, because the whole dead bird cemetery wasn't enough. They had to add a rat to let you know that it's creepy.
Right.
Also, we should point out at this point, Harvey was rehabilitated, I believe.
This is after Hush?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And unaware, so he sees this in his house, and he's not aware that his son is actually watching him while he's kind of investigating this own scene.
Which is weird, because if he was reading the comic, you could totally see his glasses.
Oh, yeah, actually, let me just go on a sidebar. The art in this I love, because it does a lot of... It's kind of like neo-noir, but it does a lot of anti-light, if that makes any sense. Like when they put light into something, it's for a reason. The tint off of glasses, it has kind of like that Hellsing effect. If you ever saw that,
or the Francisco Francavilla. Yeah. I think that's his art. Yeah, I love his art.
If I could say, if this was ever directed or put into movie form, the only person that I can see doing this is Nicholas Winding Refn, who did Only God Forgives with Ryan Gosling and Drive, because he can definitely get, I think he would be able to just take every scene from here and just make it match, because of that whole lighting thing that they do here. Just amazing.
Right.
But yeah, that's my sidebar. But back to the comic. So when Gordon sees this, Gordon Sr., actually, I'm just going to call him Commissioner and Gordon and James Gordon Jr., because that's one thing that they don't do, is they don't give James Gordon Jr. a kind of a motif or a nickname or anything, or a villain name, which I actually like.
So I think for the purpose of this, we can call the Commissioner Gordon. We can call him Gordon, and James, we can call him James.
Yeah, it gets a little confusing sometimes, but yeah. So Gordon goes and tells Barbara, who is who's still Oracle, so who's still in a wheelchair, that his son is back, and she reminds him, kind of cold-heartedly, that you remember that your son is a cold, heartless killer, and that he hasn't changed, and you need to be careful. So she has no sympathy, but I guess after getting shot by a psychopath, she wants to be away from them as much as possible.
Yeah,
which agreeable, but then again, that's supposed to not happen, because But anyway, so they actually meet at a restaurant, and as soon as she leaves, James comes in and sits down in front of his father, and he just starts fucking with him.
Fucking with him how?
He has some ketchup on his shirt and on his cheek a little bit, and Gordon kind of inquires about what is that? And he's like, oh, that's blood. I actually killed the woman in that restaurant right there. And he actually stopped, and Gordon actually stops and kind of looks. He's like, are you serious? He's like, Dad, I'm just joking.
Fuck this kid.
Yeah. And then he said, hey, do you remember that guy that bullied me back in high school? He's like, yeah. Well, you see, that's one of the people I kept thinking about when I was getting rehabilitated. And he's like, yeah. So I looked his name up. Yeah, found out where he lived. It was Houston, by the way. Oh, okay. I drove down there. Yeah, to his house. Yeah, and then I just stood there. I didn't do anything, and then I drove off.
God damn it!
I know.
God damn it, kid.
Just kind of just dicking with his father like that. And then he says, like, no, Dad, I'm serious. I have been cured. You can't cure you cannot cure psychopathology, by the way. I'm taking psychology right now. But he says,
how
like,
I'm able to get away with all this shit for now.
Yeah. And he's like, that's and so he goes, that was the old me. I've been taking medication that's been calming me down. Actually, I took a job at this clinic called Leslie Tompkins. I've been taking Leslie Tompkins hired me, so I went to the clinic, and and I'm helping other psychopaths. Like,
basically, he's saying all this shit, and what it should be doing is like getting Gordon, like, off his back. Mm-hmm. But what it's really doing is just setting all these red flags. Like, look, here's all the evidence you need.
It's just kind of weird. Like, but the way he's doing it is that he's giving it to him instead of him searching it out, which is perfect. Because detectives detect things, so if you just put it out there like that, they won't suspect anything.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that's his son. Like that's his father, so he knows how to how he operates. Yes.
And also, even the way, like, you can like read like some sort of like just fucking like crazy in James's like speech. Mm-hmm. Like, just the way he talks is like, this guy's fucking nuts.
Yeah, but at the same time, you have to think, like, just even then, it's kind of too good. It's too good to be true, but it's just enough to kind of give you the benefit of the doubt. Because, like, so you expect me to think that you did all this work, went to the guy's house, and didn't do anything?
Bullshit.
Yeah, but the way you're telling me it just makes it sound like you did. And so
he's Gordon, all but saying he did it while saying he didn't do it.
So Gordon believes him for the most part, because at the same time, that's still his son. And like, why would he just tell me all this if he's not, why would he tell, if he's really cured, then I think he would want to try and make that connection. Right. So why not put all that forth? Like, why not have no secrets? So while all this is going down, all this is going down, Batman and Red Robin, who is Tim Drake, who is not a Teen Titan by this point. They're looking for the poachers responsible for opening the Avery. Now, of course, the audience thinks that it's still James Gordon, because who else would put a dead bird inside his house? Like why would that be connected?
Penguin.
Yeah, it could be Penguin.
The Joker, because it's funny.
That's fun. That's another funny thing. The Joker. I think the Joker does come here, but but he's kind of like he's like an offset of anything. He's not really the focus.
Well, he's like a scapegoat at first.
Yeah, he's a scapegoat.
Yeah, and then he's like, I didn't do that shit.
It's like, come on now. Do you really think I would do all this and not let you know it was me?
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. He comes in a little bit later.
Yeah. But so while Batman and Red Robin are doing this, Batman is still still trying to get those hallucinogenics out of his head. So it's not going well.
Yeah, that's what I want, a Batman who's fucking out of his mind
already. And so they take the thugs down, but Batman, being Batman, knows like there's always a bigger fish. He's like, no, you guys are underlings. There's no way that this is like it's too organized for you guys. So who are you working for?
Who are you working for?
And of course it's a criminal that we haven't met yet. It's a new guy.
Of course.
So
you don't even know what you're stealing.
Right. So that was skeleton cases. It would have been funny if like they were stealing like I don't know. Well, they're poachers, so they're just trying to get birds. I guess poaching is very luxurious business in Gotham.
Oh, it is. I mean, I've been told it is.
Sure.
So now we are.
He
Now we
says
go
as
with
he strokes his suit
his.
made out of rhino.
Okay, so now we go from skeleton cases to Lost Boys. Once again, these titles just no mystery to them. So Jim Gordon Jim Gordon, the commissioner, is looking for this man called Roy Blunt, who he believes is the Peter Pan killer.
Roy.
That's right. The Peter Pan killer. Roy Blunt.
Really? Really?
Right. And he's actually a child murderer. Yeah, because he was only a murderer. Right. Yeah, so this is actually a child murderer from his early days. I guess like that's the guy that that's the one that never. It's almost like his Joker in a way. Like that's the one that he never caught. Which is kind of funny because like Jim Gordon has a Joker to himself. Yeah, he had his own.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody has a Joker in some aspects.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So
Batman,
he's still.
Superman has a Joker now, which is weird.
Yeah, that's true.
Superman has a Joker now?
Oh, yeah.
God damn it, DC.
Yeah. So while he's kind of chasing after the Peter Pan killer, he's remembering about an old time when he didn't know James Gordon was James Jr. was an sociopath. And he remembers that he was actually accused of murdering this girl. I think like her last name was Keller or something. Yeah,
was the first name Helen?
No, I know, right? I think it was Bess. Yeah, like Bess Keller.
Yeah, something about like one of Barbara's friends.
Right, one of Barbara's friends. And he remembers that she disappeared in the woods while on vacation, while both of them were on vacation. And Barbara remembers that, or Barbara claims that she saw James carrying Bess's keychain, but this was never proven, of course, in the court of law.
Of course.
Because that's how he got away with it.
I have a question. I don't remember at all, but like, at what point did Barbara stop being Commissioner Gordon's niece and just became his daughter?
I don't know. I think it must have been after some reboot.
Wasn't there like some convoluted shit where like he slept with like Barbara's sister?
Yeah.
And like illegitimately had a child with her, and that was Barbara.
I wouldn't put it past DC. They've done something
because we already knew like Gordon was like straight up cheating on her with Detective Sarah.
Yeah, thank you, Frank Miller, for that.
Yeah,
which is kind of funny.
I mean, it just proves like he's just human. He makes mistakes as well.
Right, but no, I meant that because All-Star Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder, where it seemed like there was a point where Barbara Gordon was just like, Dad, will you just go to that woman and fuck her?
Wait, that woman?
No,
then in The Dark Knight, The Dark Knight Returns, he's married to Sarah Essen,
So Commissioner Gordon's ex-wife, who was Barbara Ellen, so I guess you are right, was is attacked in her hotel room by Joker Venom. So of course, the first person who we think it is of course the Joker.
I was thinking Bane, but all right, sure.
Sure. It was Scarecrow.
I was thinking it was Egghead, but all right.
Yeah, Egghead. He has his due.
It was the Mad Hatter.
It was Bookworm.
But Barbara isn't a little girl.
Wow.
Because it's been heavily alluded to that he's a pedophile.
Yeah.
But Egghead?
No.
Yes, Egghead's a pedophile.
Jervis Tetch. He's obsessed with Alice.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It makes sense though.
He went down the rabbit hole.
Went down a rabbit hole. Oh. Anyway.
Oh. Here, Alice, eat this mushroom. Drink this tea. Would you like some cream?
Oh,
God.
Black Mirror. Black Mirror.
Black Mirror. Oh, that was a Black Mirror, dude, because it got dark. Anyway. Buddy.
Shut up, buddy.
I know. So Batman tracks down Joker to an underground church, which is kind of weird that of all places Joker would go there. Didn't really see him as a Catholic guy, but hey, who knows?
Yeah. Sanctuary.
Anyway, but he's ambushed by the Joker, and Joker says that I actually built this whole thing for when the real Batman comes back, which is kind of like a backhanded compliment or backhanded insult. It's like, oh, I know that.
Yeah, because he like immediately recognizes that it's not the original Batman, that it's Robin, or at least a Robin, because he says, "You smell like feathers, little bird."
Yeah. Ooh, you're not my Batman.
Ooh, he doesn't touch me like that.
Oh God. All right. Yeah, so on top of that, so with that in mind, Batman or Dick Grayson is a little upset, which I can tell, which is understandable when a sociopath says you're not good enough for me. And so Joker savagely attacks Dick Grayson and Batman instead, because he kind of thinks that if I beat him, then the real Batman will come back. But Dick Grayson is confident and he beats him. And but Joker says he insists that it wasn't me that attacked Barbara, which is kind of weird that
he wouldn't take credit.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to be put in that place where like between a sociopath says it's not, or a psychopath actually says I'm not the one who did it, and it's like, how can you be sure?
Well, it's funny considering it's the Joker, because like if he did it, he would totally take credit.
Yeah, exactly, and it's just one of those things. Wow, it's like, damn it.
And he's like really like vindictive and about people using his stuff.
Right. And so after all while Batman is dealing with the Joker, Oracle has been taking some initiative, and she's been tracking down her brother this entire time. And she finally thinks that she's found him, but like in a certain location. But it turns out that he was in her room all the time, and he goes up and strangles her, which is kind of
because he's creepy,
right? Which is kind of a low blow because she's already in a wheelchair. He could have chloroformed her, but no, he strangles her.
Because
I like how I'm critiquing him. Come on, man, really?
Come on, man, you have no sense of style.
That's not how you apprehend somebody.
That's not a chokehold
when they're in a wheelchair. Come on,
you just tip it. That's all.
Right. Yeah. But so that was actually my dark architect. And now finally we go back to like we go to the final chapter, which is called Face in the Glass instead of Glass in the Face. Once again, so clever. It's called of course, like as we know, James Jr. has kidnapped Barbara Gordon, and he's gonna kill her in a secluded location, which is kind of like the start of where he's fucking up, because you know that you don't give someone a time limit.
No,
like you do it. Like he put some Ozymandias and like, I initiated my plan over 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you think I would fucking tell my plan if there was any chance of you guys stopping it? This shit already happened.
The fact that you're here means that it happened.
Yeah. From the time it took you to get here, it happened.
Right.
You dumb fucks.
So, and more interesting enough, Batman is trying to find Dick Grayson, trying to find her, and he gets a phone call from James Jr. and he says that he knows who he is, which is like, oh my God. He's like, but duh, he's a detective, which is kind of weird that James knows who he is, but Gordon doesn't.
Here's the thing: Gordon can't know who they are,
right?
Otherwise, he's
an accessory.
Then he has to take action. Right. He can't have. He needs to have he needs to have the deniability.
Right. Yeah. But James does find out because he doesn't have that limitation, and he tells him that that the trials that he's been participating in for the clinical drugs have actually been making his psychopathy stronger instead of weaker.
Right.
And he says that it is his, like, he has made it his mission to make to destroy Dick Grayson mentally, because he feels that he is the weakest man in Gotham.
Damn.
And he says that. I know, right?
Fuck. First the Joker says you ain't shit. Now this guy says you ain't shit.
I know. But once again, we get that parallel because now we kind of get into that homoerotic thing. You're the weakest man in Gotham. But no, not from the Joker, but from James Gordon. Like that's like, so because like I said, like James Gordon Jr. is Dick Grayson's Joker.
Yeah.
So
everybody gets a Joker. Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one. But he feels that like emotions are what makes people weak, as a sociopath, as a psychopath would think. And he says that, which in classic Killing Joke faction, he includes babies, because he says that he is going to make a new generation of psychopaths, or a new generation of Gotham, by turning the infants into psychopaths using the drug. You're using the drug that's upping his psychopathy. Using a drug that's upping his psychopathic levels. Which is, I think, was a great callback to the Killing Joke, because Joker throws that baby and gives like Barbara Gordon the wife, not the what you call it, not the child, a choice either to save the baby or save her own life.
Oh, it's just
no, that was No Man's Land, I think.
Or was that No Man's? Okay, maybe it was. I'm sorry.
It's just a book where
and that's when he shoots Sarah Essen.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Sorry. Sarah, sorry, I'm getting Sarah. Okay, so there's Sarah Essen, but then there's
which you know what? That's like the most interesting Joker kill, because it's the only one where he doesn't smile when he kills somebody.
He's like, that is true, and he's frowning. He's like, huh.
He has like a huge frown on his face, like he's sad that he had to kill her for that.
Or maybe he's disappointed that she chose, like, that she didn't choose the irrational option.
Yeah, he's like, damn it, she saved the baby. But it's fine because he got shot in the leg, and he laughed about that. Yeah,
that's true. But James Jr. even admits that he's been working with the dealer, and that he's the one that's been making like Dick Grayson go around town, like getting distracted, so that he is able to do his master plan. So while he's doing all this, Barbara manages to stab James in the eye with a knife. But of course, that didn't stop him. But it was a freaking brutal scene. I was like, oh my god! I thought that killed him. I was about to say,
it was.
That was anticlimactic.
It was vicious. Well, I mean, to be fair, like the shit he did to her, was pretty fucked up.
But I thought, but the fact that she went, I thought that she went for the kill. I was like, god damn.
That far?
Yeah. But it doesn't kill him. It almost makes him stronger, in fact. But that was enough of a distraction, having a knife in the eye. So Batman actually is able to burst through the window and actually rescues Barbara. And it turns out that he injected a tracer into James Gordon, James Gordon Jr. before the moment they met. So yeah, Barbara stabs him in the eye with a knife. Batman turns out reveals that he put a tracer in James Jr. And James kind of figures out that okay, so this is kind of the end of my master plan. It's not going well, so he starts trying to run out to escape. But it turns out that Gordon is there. Gordon Sr. is there, and he actually ends up shooting him in both legs, so he doesn't run away. And it's in this awesome panel because Jim Gordon is there with a smoking gun after he shot him, and the only thing that you kind of see from him is his glasses glowing. And then you see Gordon Jr. or James Gordon Jr. with his legs kind of bleeding, and he already has the knife in his eye, and he's kind of pleading with his dad, "Dad, wait, stop." So he's trying to pull that sympathy card with him. And so James Gordon, in the end, he tries to jump off the bridge that he's on, and his father stops him from doing that. So after that, the jig is up. James Gordon Jr. has been subdued, and he's been thrown back in jail. And later on, that both Batman, Dick Grayson, and Jim Gordon are on the roof. and they're kind of privately talking to each other about their struggles, and they felt that like with the new way that Gotham has gotten all brutal, like their work is necessary now more than ever. But at like this the last couple panels, they start wondering if they actually did stop James's son from poisoning that nutrition facility, because we kind of see this baby's eyes in the street and it's kind of like emotionless. So he might have actually gotten away with it. Like he might have actually initiated his master plan. And that's where the comic ends.
Too bad we'll never fucking know.
Yeah.
I mean, yep, never.
Because I'm not sure if this is canon or not, because Death of the Family had a thing with James Gordon Jr. where he was still a psychopath, but I'm not sure what happened.
Right. But hell of a run.
Thank you, New 52. Because James Jr. is a fucking... Oh my god, he's a nutcase.
Yeah, which I actually like about that, because it's the whole... like, ever since The Killing Joke, Batman has... Like, the Gotham universe has always gone into that psychopathic trope, which I don't have a problem with, as long as they do it, like, efficiently.
Right. The funny thing about James is that you could almost feel like the inception of his madness you could almost pin on Gordon himself. Kind
of like that, but people are born, like, I wouldn't say people are born psychopaths, but if they're not in the right environment, like the right correct environment for that, like they are normally going to go to psychopathic tendencies. So, well, and with his father being a kind of dealing with psychopaths, and with his father being a cop, like it's kind of, he already had that unstable environment.
I just feel like it all goes back to year one, like the very first page.
Yeah,
Gordon's talking about that Gotham is no place to raise a child, and that's the first. And James is his first son, his first.
And that's
kid.
funny. Yeah, and that's the whole That's the whole Black Mirror thing, because like technically speaking, not technically speaking, but James Gordon's son is James Gordon's son is James Jr., and Batman's son, before Damian became a mainstay, was Dick Grayson. And so we kind of had that Black Mirror, like how things could have turned out.
Yeah.
Then again, like I kind of see the parallelism, but at the same time, like Batman still has that whole I'm a billionaire thing. So it's like, yeah, like it only goes so far.
Well, then you could point out to Jason Todd.
Yeah, well, Jason Todd died and came back, so I can kind of understand.
Like Batman, like fucked up big time with him.
Yeah,
like in the worst way possible.
Right, like that's what, like for a long time, Batman said that was his greatest mistake.
Yeah,
and that's
his
Batman.
His greatest achievement was probably Dick, but his greatest failure is definitely Jason.
Do we give it a buy or a pass?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, you buy that.
Oh yeah, you buy it. It's a really creepy, interesting, very noirish kind of story. And the fact that it's something like really personal for everybody, because of who it is. It just takes it to a whole new level.
All right.
So yes, a buy and a read.
In fact, I would say buy it, read it, and then like put it back in a plastic bag and get a plaque and put it on your wall in the series.
Or I'll stab you in your paraplegic legs.
Barbara Gordon, you're paralyzed.
That was fucked up. Like he was talking to her, and like he had stabbed her like way before, and she didn't even notice because she can't feel her legs.
Yeah, told you that. Like this guy, he's like the perfect asshole. He just does things.
He's like the best big brother you've ever had.
All right. Okay, so with that, we're going to move on to our character of the week. And this week, we're going to talk about Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan.
Yes.
I was waiting for somebody all day. I knew somebody was going to get that joke. Created in 2013 by editor Sana Amanat, G. Willow Wilson, and artist Adrian Alfana. She is the first Muslim character to headline her own comic book.
Mm-hmm.
Her first appearance was in Captain Marvel number 14. I thought it was 17, but it was 14.
Yeah, she's still not legal.
And Miss Marvel number 1 debuted in February 2014. So her book is a year old.
Yeah.
And for all those who don't know, Miss Marvel is an Inhuman.
Yes, that's important, actually.
Yeah, very important. So everybody, what do you feel or think about Miss Marvel?
Miss Marvel, yes, Kamala Khan, one of the most original, one of the most organic, and one of the most captivating characters that has been created within the last 10 years. That is all. I said it also for Miles Morales.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was going to say.
Yeah.
and she looks so cute doing it.
Hey, Jonathan, it's not legal yet.
No,
No,
actually,
I mean her costume. It's so colorful. It's
yeah.
You know what? I think I like her. What's it? That first outfit when she was stopping the store robbery,
Right.
and that on the fly costume she had. I think that's
Right.
a little bit better than her actual uniform.
Actually, it's
her
interesting.
costume looks like really bad cosplay.
And that's funny you say that because she is a huge fangirl.
Right.
But it's interesting you talk about the costume because actually that was a big issue, not a big issue, but that was one of the things that gravitated me toward her during the first few issues, like issues 1 through 3, because she was talking about identity, and she was like, well, I feel like I need to be blonde-haired and blue-eyed to be a superhero or just to be perfect.
Right.
And then when she was able to have that shape-shifting ability, because that's what she does, a shapeshifter, she realized, oh, yeah, no, this isn't for me. I'm better off as myself than as what I think I should be.
Right.
How far of an extent does her shape-shifting ability go?
She can grow. She's almost like a Mystique, but more. She's like Mystique and Mr. Fantastic mixed up.
So she could change.
Okay.
She could
So
change.
she's a shape changer.
Shape changer. I guess that's better because shifter just means like, yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah, so because she could grow like 10 feet tall, and yet she could also completely change her body.
And she can shrink as well. That's important.
Hey, she could embiggen.
Right. And one thing I also love about this comic is that it actually teaches you things as you're going along. Like we learn a lot about the Muslim culture, and it's not pandering, it's not in your face, it's just a part of life.
Yeah,
for her.
That's what I loved about the book. It wasn't about her being a Muslim. It was. Yes, she is, and that's a part of her. But that's the thing. It's right. A part of her. That and the fact that she's a huge Avengers fan / just a straight up what you call it, fan fiction writer?
Slash writer.
Yeah.
He's a huge fan. That's actually funny because I think it was in Miss Marvel number 9 where she teams up with Wolverine. And she says, "Oh my God, I'm teaming up with Wolverine! Like I wrote a fanfic about you and Storm. It was second best." And then Wolverine's like, "Wait, then what was first best?" Cyclops and Emma Frost. He's like, "Let's just get this over with."
Yeah, of course, of course.
I love that. And also, one thing I also love is that it was actually during Spider-Verse. Dan Slott got a handle of her too, and he actually did a good job. Because she teamed up with Spider-Man.
Her team up with Spider-Man.
Yeah, and she immediately started asking all the Captain Marvel questions to Spider-Man.
Because they went on a date.
Yeah.
Once. They went on a date once.
which was a bet that he won.
Right. Yeah, it can almost be taken off as creepy, but her character is just so likable that you go with it.
Yeah, because it's just like if it was in anybody else's hands, yeah, she would have came off across like, wow, you are creepy as fuck.
Right.
like a love-stricken puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's with the writing and everything. She's a fan. That's all it is. She's a fan. She'll do what we would do if we were 16 in the Marvel universe.
Exactly.
She would try to destroy the world.
All right, if me and Quincy was 16 in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, because honestly, I'm like, yeah, Doctor Doom's where it's at.
Yeah.
How are you going to destroy the world if you're a shape changer? Like, how are you gonna pull that one off?
As ultimate,
well, I can look like the president.
As ultimate Reed Richards.
What I like about Miss Marvel before, like the comic itself, is that it seems it's very centered on one. Like, it's centered in New Jersey. It's almost like the Dakotaverse and Static Shock, but people will come in outside of her world and team up with her, which is, I think, it's kind of funny. It's almost like Batman Brave and the Bold in a way.
Okay. Oh, that's what it's turning into?
No, it's not what it's turning into. But sometimes, like, when you see someone else, like when it's not just Miss Marvel doing the fighting,
right?
It's kind of like that, because like right now, well, not right now, but like the last issue, Loki came in, like Teen Loki, which I can't believe they're still doing. That issue, it's near Valentine's Day, and so like one of Miss Marvel, I know, right? It's one of those event books, which is kind of funny because it was kind of close. It was kind of near Valentine's Day when they released it.
Nice.
But I also thought it was weird because Loki was already in a Valentine's book in his own series. I forgot what her name was, but it's the sister to Sif. I think it was like issue number 2 that Loki, like, it's during Valentine's Day and Loki's talking to her.
Oh yeah.
And so I guess like it's been at least a year for Loki, because like he's back because it's Valentine's Day again.
Okay.
But anyway, so Loki goes into Miss Marvel's friend, he's kind of like in the friend zone, and they even make a joke to that. But his name's Bruno, which honestly in itself is kind of a joke. But yeah, so his name's Bruno, and Bruno's thinking about asking Kamala Khan, which he actually knows that she's Miss Marvel, which I also thought was pretty interesting. To the dance.
Does she know that he knows?
Yeah, like she like in number 3 she gets shot, and she depowers.
Yeah,
and she shows him. Yeah.
So it's not like a Mary Jane situation where she's always known and just never fucking told him.
No.
No,
she drops that shit quick.
Yeah, because she got shot.
Yeah, which I actually like, because she's a fangirl, so she knows like she kind of knows what not to do.
She goes by superhero logic.
Yeah.
It's funny that somebody that's self-aware of that shit.
Yeah.
But she still makes mistakes, though. Like, don't get me wrong, but the mistakes that she makes are kind of natural. Like she doesn't really know how to fight. She kind of just punches things. Just stuff like that. Just stuff like, yeah, just like if you just got powers one day, you're like, I'm gonna be a superhero, but I don't know how to be a superhero. I mean, I know what not to do, but in real life, like stuff, I could get shot.
That's why I took self-defense and fencing.
Just in case.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I might become the swordsman one day. Who knows?
Yeah, you know what? I took up fencing too, but then I was kind of like, I'm learning this, but I don't really know when someone's going to challenge me to a fencing match.
And archery, actually.
I didn't take archery.
You gotta be
I did it like for like a while, and then I haven't done it for so long.
I'm surprised there isn't like a class now like called Shield Fu, and they just give you a shield and you can fight like Captain America.
I'll give it time.
So Loki comes into the shop where Bruno's at, and Bruno's Bruno has written a letter asking Kamala Khan to the dance, but he doesn't know if he should give it to her. And like Loki, being like the master of mischief that he is, says, "Don't worry, I'll take care of this." And it's funny, like, because he walks in, orders coffee, and he's dressed in like his Loki regalia, and they just kind of take it, and they both Bruno and his brother kind of just go like, "Is he must be some kind of hipster." Like they pay no attention to the fact that he's dressed so weird.
Well, because it's New York.
It's Jersey.
No, it's Jersey.
It's Jersey.
Oh my god, it's even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another reason why I was attracted to this book.
I bet.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
Wait a
Jersey.
minute.
This is Jersey City.
That's if it's in Jersey, then explain how Spider-Man even teamed up with her. He would never go to Jersey.
No, she go to New York. New
Yeah,
York
she goes to
is
New York. Come on now.
Jersey.
Oh,
Because she's at Jersey City, and Jersey City is like what 15 minutes
that's
away.
even creepier that she went to seek him out.
Well, no, she didn't seek him out. She just knew like trouble was happening.
Oh, come on. Fucking fangirl goes to New York and isn't gonna look for Spider-Man.
Well, okay. Well, look, man. I'm still mad that she hasn't gone to Avengers Tower and looked for Captain Marvel. I'm like, that seems like the most obvious option.
Well, that's because that's her top of her list.
Right, but to be fair, also she also teams up with the Inhumans. She actually defends Adelan. So
Oh yeah, because I was about to ask you, does she ever? Because I stopped. I had to stop after we first get introduced to Lockjaw into the series.
Oh yeah, I should have mentioned that too.
That's my cliffhanger, and I have to go back to watching to actually reading, but I have to know what happens after that.
Yeah, Lockjaw takes her to Adelan. Like that's why Lockjaw was there in the first place. Like he was seeking out Inhumans. So
I love Lockjaw.
Yeah,
he looks so weird.
I don't know.
I think bulldog with antenna.
It's kind of funny because I don't know if anyone saw John Carter, but like the dog in there kind of reminded me of Lockjaw.
Yeah, big slobbery face.
Yeah,
kind of want a pug now.
And name it Lockjaw.
Yeah, name it Lockjaw.
And give it a little trident.
Yeah.
Why would you get a pug?
Isn't that what
like? Yeah,
this kind of looks like a. Yeah.
This isn't a bulldog.
It's kind of like a bulldog, though, right? And like his face is smashed, but I think he's puggable. He's puggable.
No, like it's like Kingsman. It's like Kingsman. It's like he's gonna grow, right?
Yeah, he's gonna grow, right? He's gonna be bigger than I am, right? This is how pugs happens, right?
Pug life.
All right, that's our first shirt, just Pug Life, and it has Lockjaw on it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Loki takes his letter and he kind of he tries to do all Twilight with it. Like he goes to Kamala Khan's address and he gently places it on her pillow and he kind of leaves. And then like Kamala comes in and she reads it and she, like any other normal teen would do, is creeped out by this because this is fucking weird, which I love. I was like, yes, this is how you react to that. Thank you. And after that, I've already given like some of the best things that happen. I kind of want people to read it, but it just gets better from there.
Okay,
then,
I have a question. I
what's up?
I haven't really read like a lot of Miss Marvel.
It's only on like 13, so you're good.
How did she get her powers? Is she a mutant? Did she have an accident?
She's Inhuman, so she has Inhuman DNA.
This happened right after. This is the result of the. This is the result of Infinity, the whole Infinity storyline.
Yeah,
because for those who don't know,
with the Terrigenesis bomb.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yes, with in Infinity, Black Bolt has a fight with Thanos.
Right,
and he yells at Thanos, but he actually just speaks. He just says no.
He just speaks, yeah.
He just says no, and then it explodes Adelan, and releases the Terrigen bomb.
Mist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it goes just around the world. And one of those nights, she just happened to be sneaking out of her house to go to a party.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Yeah. You see, kids? You see
kids? Listen to your parents.
It's funny you say that because her parents disobeyed her. I mean, her parents told her not to go, and she disobeyed them.
And what happens? She ends up having superpowers.
And then saving somebody as well.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a very good chance we may see Miss Marvel.
Oh, I am hoping.
This version.
I'm hoping.
I'm fairly certain it's going to happen.
I'm hoping.
And an interesting thing that's happening in real life is that there's an Islamic phobic bus that.
Oh yeah, I love this.
Yeah, and people have been tagging like that bus, like they have been painting over it with pictures of Kamala Khan.
It's awesome. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that powerful.
Now Marvel has to keep this in character.
Mm-hmm. All right, so with that, Kamala Khan is awesome. Actually, it's funny because in a way, in a way, I'm like that's just me thinking. In a way, Kamala Khan and Miles Morales are brother and sister because the editor for Miss Marvel also was the editor for Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're both brown
Yeah, let's go with that.
with black hair.
Sure.
Yeah, they're both. Yes. Let's confuse Pakistani with African American. Just see that war happen.
And they both have brown eyes. And they both look like terrorists.
God damn it.
What?
God damn it.
They both look like terrorists. I'm trying to wait. I'm like, what does terrorists look like? Because neither of them look like terrorists.
So, anything else about Miss Marvel?
Her outfit is really cute, and
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
It's just
nice
adorable.
outfit. Like I like the cape, even though my whole rule of no capes.
Yeah, it's all primary colors.
Yeah, Spider-Man colors actually, if you think about it.
Well, I mean, she's got the yellow.
With just a hint of yellow. Yeah, with just a hint of yellow. But actually, I think that goes back to Captain Marvel's outfit now. So
yeah. Just it's like red, blue, and yellow. It's nice.
Nice homage.
And the mask.
Yeah,
it's doable. It's serviceable.
I'm kind of thinking. I don't know about the mask because I don't think that's practical enough.
Like,
I think they would actually know. Yeah.
You think for a shape changer that she could like white out her face and
that's what they should do.
Right.
Yeah. Like
maybe she'll get
all sorts of stuff to like hide her identity.
Maybe she'll get an update to it.
Yeah.
Later on. Miss Marvel. That's about it. Like, there's not a lot. Like, there's just some things there's something that you can say, but then you just have to pick it up and read it to like understand why so many people love that character. Actually, you should have seen the fans are rabid.
Yeah.
The fans love her. Like I
almost
remember,
as rabid as the Miles Morales fans, even more so actually.
Yeah, and I am one because he's that good of a character. Like Miles Morales is Brian Michael Bendis' avatar. Like that is his spirit animal. Because he just puts so much love into that character.
It's like what you would expect if Dwayne McDuffie made Spider-Man.
I think Dwayne McDuffie is proud right now.
Yeah.
That's the character Dwayne McDuffie wanted Static Shock to be.
He's web slinging in his grave.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Oh, really? It fucked him up? The hell you say? But Holy Terror was so good.
Oh, shut up.
And then let's not even just get started on fucking Dark Knight Strikes Again.
That's gonna come up soon. All right, so
fuck, I don't want to read that.
All right, so earlier today I asked everybody to make their top 10 favorite female superheroes in honor of Miss Marvel.
Oh, superheroes?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Women.
It doesn't matter.
Like because 5 of them are Aunt May.
Yeah, you know that Aunt May spinoff.
Yeah,
No, when she was a Herald of Galactus.
Oh God, no, that did not happen.
No, it was a what if.
All right, so this list.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna start with Buddy's because he sent me his and he's not here right now. So in honor of Buddy, may he rest in peace. I'm gonna read his list out.
May he bleed in silence.
All right, and I'm gonna do it from where it's 10 onward. So his number 10 character is the Invisible Woman.
Okay.
Sue Storm.
All right.
Or Sue Richards. Is it Sue Storm or is it Sue Richards?
Sue Richards.
It's whichever one you prefer.
I go with Sue Richards.
Well, if you want to go with Ultimates, it's Sue Grimm.
Ah, that's right. That is so great.
Okay.
That's great. So good.
Right.
Fuck Reed Richards.
Fuck Reed Richards, man. Fuck him.
Okay. His number 9 character is Spider-Woman, who just got a costume change.
Wait,
Rich
Spider-Woman?
Oh, yeah, buddy, which Spider-Woman? I like how you put an underscore.
Which Spider-Woman?
Yeah, so now it's Jessica Drew, okay?
Which Jessica Drew?
God damn it. Just put mainstream and let's just get on with this.
Which Jessica Drew?
The results are in. The better one. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for that.
Okay, the ultimate Jessica Drew.
The ultimate Jessica Drew. All right.
Okay. So now we're going with his number 8 is Rogue. Don't say it.
Wait, what?
His number 8 is Rogue. Rogue from the X-Men, but don't ask which one.
Okay.
It's obviously the movies.
Yes.
She had
The Anna Paquin Rogue.
especially after we saw her titties.
Yes.
All right. His third, sorry, not his third. Wow, I skipped some because, the third one because it's only important. The seventh is Scarlet Witch, which I have to ask, buddy, who's your favorite pairing when it comes to Scarlet Witch? Like, who do you like her best with?
Quicksilver.
Oh, Wonder Man, I see. Okay, awesome.
Shut up. No, shut up.
Yeah, we got you.
Quicksilver, bruh. That's your favorite pairing of her? Pairing as in relationship?
Incest is Wincest.
Okay, so I guess he likes the ultimate version of Scarlet Witch. That's cool.
Everybody loves the ultimate version of Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, nobody likes them. Shut up. Shut up. They're terrible people. Terrible, incestuous people.
Her number 6. Her number 6. His number 6 is Lilith, who I actually
Our
asked
number 6.
I actually asked him who that is today, and he said that she is the daughter of Dracula, which instantly made me question, how can Dracula have kids? He's a vampire. And he responded, it's comics. And I went, legit.
Which I automatically have to call bullshit on his list. Yes, he thinks the daughter of Dracula is better than Rogue.
Well, I think it's just personal preference. Well, he put better than Scarlet Witch too, so he said Scarlet Witch is better than Rogue, which I could disagree with.
Okay.
But I think later on you'll understand where his mindset is.
Okay.
So his number 5 is Jean Grey. So there you go. So that's an automatically explain to you. So it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or actually 5 steps back. He put Ass Phoenix, which isn't even whatever. Which I guess that's kind of all she is, honestly.
Shut up, buddy. Shut up.
No, his number 4, because he remembered his lesson from last time about Luke Cage, is Storm.
Okay, I can give him that one. I'll give you that one.
But this is where I respect Buddy. This is where I know, Buddy and I would are good friends, because he put for his number 3 is Wasp. Respect. Now, keep in mind, Wasp was a pivotal part of the Avengers conception, and I think it is a shame that she is not getting the respect that she deserves in these movies.
Don't worry, she will when she's dead in Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Probably because Hank Pym beat her to death.
No, come on now.
Come on.
That was one time.
Oh, one time, man.
One time, yes. But it's the only thing he's ever remembered for.
It was a slap. It was a slap. Like, Batman slapped Dick Grayson, and he got a fucking Oscar for it.
I'm surprised that this new Ant-Man...
Did Dick Grayson have a vagina and ovaries?
Yes, because he's Dick Grayson.
I'm surprised this new Ant-Man series hasn't stopped and say, hey, do you remember that Hank Pym smacked his wife?
Yeah, I know, right? It seems like that's the only thing he's going to be famous for. I'm like, are you kidding me? All right, so his number 2 is Gamora, the deadliest woman in the galaxy.
All
right. I kind of think that, but actually, I want to know if it's old Gamora, like the Gamora with the cloak, or Gamora now, or current Gamora.
Yeah, is a Gamora that looks like a prostitute, or Gamora that looks like a higher class of prostitute?
Like a call girl. When they're dead, they're just hookers.
Yeah, I'm with one. I like the one with the skulls on her.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so he said older. All right, good. And his number 1 is Psylocke.
Of course.
Saw that coming a mile away. But I can't blame him. I cannot blame him.
Can't.
Psylocke is actually a good character. Wait. Ninja Psylocke or British Psylocke? And we all know the answer.
Which one? Which one? Ultimate Psylocke?
Ultimate Psylocke. He said guess. Okay, so British. British, because he likes class, not ass.
I'm Groot. No, I guess we were right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. No. Too late.
That's too late, man. You didn't. Too late. No. You don't tell us guess, and then we guess, and then you don't respond.
Yeah.
And within a reasonable time.
So, Quincy, what's your list?
Okay. Oh, it was up to me now?
Yeah, because I'm
Yeah.
not done with mine.
Yeah, me neither. I just completely
Oh,
forgot
wow.
to listen until you mentioned
Thanks,
it.
guys.
Yeah.
I like how I said this at like 5 o'clock, and you guys
Completely ignored it.
Excuse me, I was cooking dinner. Thank you very much.
And I was doing
Cooking
research.
What research was that, Jiraiya?
On
Yeah.
our sponsored villain of the week.
Oh, he's so terrible. So terrible.
All right.
Oh my God, is he?
So here we go. So my number 10, as you all know, or you well know, I am a huge New Mutants fan. I think they should be like the next X-Men, and I think it's a crime that they haven't been in the forefront more. And so my number 10 is Danielle Moonstar, aka Psyche, aka Mirage.
Wow. Mirage.
Yeah, that's my number. Yeah. My number 9 is Kate Bishop, not the ultimate version, the only version.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, Hawkeye. And I like how she's Hawkeye and
Oh yeah, Hawkeye and Hawkeye.
And no, Hawkeye, but he's
because
Hawkeye.
the world is big enough for two Hawkeyes.
Exactly. Equal opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My number 8 is Domino. Yeah, that's right.
Does she
Domino
count as a hero?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was in X-Force, so she did a job that no one else could, and she hooked up with Cable, so that's totally so that totally counts.
So she can go to Cyclops and say, "Hey, Scott, totally nailed your son."
Yeah, who was old enough to be your grandfather because time travel. All right, my number 7 is Magic. Once again, a New Mutant, but she actually did graduate to an X-Men, and she is one of the essential characters in Uncanny X-Men. Of course, that being said, I had to drop that book because nothing is fucking happening.
Nothing is ever happening in that book.
Yeah. Yeah. And so my number 6 is Molly Hayes. That's
Molly
right. Molly Hayes from the Runaways. Yeah, from the Runaways.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't dispute it. I don't know. So I can't dispute it.
Oh, you don't know who Maggot? All right. My number.
I do.
Oh, you do? So what do you think about her?
She's on my list. I can tell you that.
She's on my list. All right. My number 5, yeah, because we're on 5 now, is actually Jubilee. Jubilation Lee. That's right. Because I like her a lot more than Kitty Pryde, and I think that she should be more famous than Kitty Pryde because of the animated series, which I grew up with. But hey, personal. My number 4 is America Chavez, because God, I love me some America Chavez. And she is from the Young Avengers. My number 3 is a person we just talked about, and I think she deserves this because she's just that good of a character, is Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan.
Yes.
Deserves every accolade that she gets. My number 2 is Storm. That's right, Storm from the X-Men. So Buddy and I, we kind of agree on that one. Like he gets me. But I don't know if he just put that in there for a token, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And my number 1 favorite female character in the Marvel Universe is Emma Frost.
You just like her because of her fucking diamond form.
I like her because she's the one that allowed Cyclops to reach his full potential while Jean Grey just held him back.
From being dead?
From being dead.
Yeah.
No, Jean Grey wanted Cyclops to act like Wolverine, and Emma Frost wanted Cyclops to be Cyclops, and he's better because of it.
Isn't he considered a villain right now?
Yeah, but so is Wolverine. Especially when it comes to Daken and Captain America.
Wolverine's dead.
Oh, so that makes it better?
Yeah.
So you're not a villain when you die?
No.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Not if you do it trying to save lives.
So all Cyclops has to do is die, and then he'll
he has to die. He has to die saving lives.
Saving lives. So okay. So those are my so that's my top 10. Jared, what's your top? Oh yeah, that's right. John, what you talking? Oh yeah, huh?
I'm done.
I'm done. Jonathan, you go first.
I will go first. My number 10 is X-23. Laura
Okay.
Kinney. My number 9 is Molly Hayes.
All right.
My number 8 is Quake. My
Quake.
number 7.
Quake, really?
The Secret Avengers.
Yeah, Secret Avengers.
Okay.
Because look, I love her power because it goes beyond just seismic, projection. She can fucking fuck you up from the inside.
Okay, I guess. I still think Avalanche could beat her.
No. Number 7 is She-Hulk.
All right.
Number 6 is Stature.
Yeah, I wanted to put Stature on my list.
Hmm.
I did, but only thing I know her from is the newest Ant-Man, and I really wanted to put her on this. I don't know her from Young Avengers because I haven't read Young Avengers,
Oh,
so it'd be kind of unfair for me to put her on my list based off of one great conversation. But
all right. What conversation was that?
her Scott Lang was like, "Why don't we go watch Hunger Games?"
Oh yeah. Are you talking about the new? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
this is after like Scott came back from the dead.
yeah.
I went to go see her after she came back from the dead.
And
All
she's
right.
They
like,
both dead.
she's like, no, Battle Royale.
It's Battle Royale.
It's Battle Royale.
Well, yeah. She got some points for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Where was I? 6. Okay, number 5 is Hawkeye, Kate Bishop.
Okay.
Number 4 is Black Widow.
Okay.
She's had a long history. Number 3, Captain Marvel,
Okay.
Carol Danvers. Number 2, Shadowcat, Ultimate Shadowcat.
Okay. I can give you Ultimate Shadowcat.
And my number 1 is the unbeatable Squirrel Girl.
Oh, come on now. Nope. You just lost everything. You lost everything.
Yes. 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 Ah, Squirrel Girl. She's
No.
awesome. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I'm only putting her up there
Because she hasn't been
Because-
beaten yet.
because because in the first issue, she hides her tail by making it look like she has a big butt.
Yeah. And you know what? It works.
It works.
It works so well.
No.
Also, come on.
Come
She
on.
fucking beat Doctor Doom with squirrels.
Come on. She
She
beat
beat
Doom.
Modem with
God,
squirrels.
you know what? They put Squirrel Girl on Ultimate Spider-Man, the TV show, and even that is too much for her.
No.
Well,
That's
that's
too
Ultimate
much.
Spider-Man is a terrible show.
All right. So,
So
It's
yeah,
your turn.
Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl beats all.
my list. Number 10, I'm going with Jubilee.
Okay.
Number 9, Shocker. I'm going with Spider Gwen.
Oh, I thought you were
Wow,
going to say it
number
was
9.
Shocker.
Yeah, I was like, Shocker's not a girl. Like,
You know.
Which
Uh,
version is this?
I
this
know.
is the alternate universe where it's where
Where
Gwen
every-
Stacy gets bit and
Look, if
becomes
anyone's
Spider.
listening to this and they don't know who Spider Gwen is, even people who don't read comics like are aware of Spider Gwen,
Yeah.
just because it's been making such headlines.
Yep. Number 8. Wait, hold on, I'm getting an echo. Number 8, I'm going with Spider Woman Jessica Drew 616. Number 7, I'm going with Psylocke. Number 6, Storm.
okay.
Number 5, Squirrel Girl. Number 4, Kate Bishop.
All right.
Number 3, Miss Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2,
Wait, which Miss Marvel?
Come on now.
Kamala Khan.
Okay.
Number 2, Rogue. and number 1, Captain Marvel.
Wow, that's funny because all three of those characters are connected to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's my list.
All right. There's everyone's
In
list.
fact, you could say Carol inspired both Rogue and Kamala Khan.
Or you can just say that Rogue put Miss Marvel, who was Miss Marvel at the time, not Kamala Khan, into a coma. Actually,
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened.
Actually, if I think about it, I think the only person who has ever joined the X-Men that hasn't been a mutant is Miss Marvel.
Wasn't Spider-Man considered an X-Men?
No, he's a mutate.
No, I'm saying human, like just human, period, because technically Miss Marvel is a human. But she did join the X-Men for a while.
What about Tattoo?
Oh, yeah, well, that's true. Well, Tattoo had his friend, so he was there by proxy.
Like the tattoo artist is a mutant, but like Tattoo isn't.
Anyways,
it's called phone service.
It's time for our reviews for this week.
Okay. Yeah.
This week we're going to talk about. What are we talking about this week? We're talking about Avengers number 42.
Right.
We're going to talk about
42.
We're going to talk about Princess Leia number 1. We're going to talk about Spider-Woman number 5. And we're going to talk about all new Hawkeye number 1.
Okay.
But before we begin, who does the art for Hawkeye? Not all new Hawkeye, just Hawkeye.
Ooh, like a Mondo?
David.
I forgot his name.
No, yeah. David Aja.
Okay.
Right.
And
good guy.
Yeah.
Very minimalist sometimes, and most times it's kind of minimalist.
Yeah,
but it's minimalist and it works.
Yeah. And I have to say, with brand new Hawkeye, they're still trying to get that feel.
Yeah. It's the guy who does the art for brand new Hawkeye his name is Ramon Perez.
Yeah. So if you like David Aja, you'll like this one.
Yeah.
Because the thing I noticed about that guy's work is it reminded me a lot of Batman Year One.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff Lemire just did come off of DC, so maybe he brought that with him. He brought that essence with him.
Kind of. You know what? Let me just review all new Hawkeye now.
Okay.
Yeah. So all new Hawkeye starts off with a flashback to what's his name?
Clint.
Clint? No, not Clint. What's his
Barney?
name? Barney. Barney and Clint. Barney and Clint. I'm guessing they're at some ravine, and they're trying to catch frogs. And instead of mowing the lawn, they're going to give frogs because they're kids. And while this is happening, that's in the past. We cut to the future, which is now, and we have Clint and Kate Bishop at some Hydra facility.
All right.
Hail Hydra.
Yeah, trying to get some information from Maria Hill about some kind of weapon.
All right.
And the whole issue is just going back and forth between what's happening between Clint and Barney as kids and this Hydra facility. And at a certain point on their way home, Clint and Barney noticed that I guess one of their foster father came home before they was able to mow the lawn.
All right.
So Barney goes in and has an argument with the foster father, and I'm guessing the argument gets violent, and he hits the foster father with a bat.
Wow.
And they run off. And meanwhile, we cut back to the future, and Kate finds a a door that says Project Communion. Communion. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, but
What, communion?
yeah, Communion.
Okay. Communion. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And at a point before this, Kate and Clint got separated. So Clint is like, don't go in there before I get there. But Kate does it anyway. And then we cut back to the past, and we see Clint and Barney just riding their bicycles, just trying to escape. And we can see that the foster father is behind them, and he's driving his truck trying to catch them. And then when we cut back to the present, we see that Project Communion, apparently Hydra have some, I guess, mutate kids inside some kind of I don't know what, some glass case or something,
Right.
and they're using them. And we also cut to them in the past, and we first see Clint and Barney finding the carnival that eventually they grow up in.
Okay, cool.
And that's how the issue ends.
Because, they grew up as creepy carny kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually make fun of that in the and earlier in Hawkeye, because they know how, because they have their own. Apparently, carny folk have their own language, their own written language, and like he knew how to read that.
Yeah. And in this issue, we find out that Tony Stark gave Clint a hearing aid.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, so at least to keep that, I have to say, it's good. It's not Hawkeye, which is unfair to this book. It is, because you kind of miss Fraction.
Yeah,
Fraction had something with it, but this is, if Fraction's not on it anymore, this is still great. I'm interested in the next issue. Because I kind of want to find out what's going on with this Hydra facility. I don't really care for Clint and Barney's past, but then again, I don't know what's happening in that last issue of Fractions.
right.
So that's kind of a nice that they didn't. This issue doesn't spoil that, but it's good. I would buy this.
Okay.
It's a nice buy.
All right. Well, I was gonna say, my question is, when you said they had kids in there, like did they look like zebras?
No.
Okay, I'm just curious because and Avengers, they have these not they're not mutants, but they're like aliens.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And they're like an unlimited source of power. So I was just curious if they
they
were using him.
That would have been nice, but no,
Yeah,
they kind of like have disfigured heads.
Okay. Yeah, no one cares about them. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, so that's Hawkeye number 1.
Okay, and so you said it's a flashback. I'm kind of curious now because, like you said, where do you think this is in terms of the timeline?
I'm guessing this is the events after. This has to happen after what happens after Fractions run.
Okay, yeah, because I'm thinking flashbacks, and I don't want to spoil anything, but I guess I'm not spoiling it if I don't know myself. But if they're having flashbacks like that, normally when you have a flashback, it means something important happened in that book to where you have the flashback.
Right.
So I don't know, maybe something happens to Barney.
That's what I'm thinking, but I'm like, well, I'm still like, please, Barney.
Yeah, because they have an interesting relationship. Because like Barney was evil for a while, and then like next time you see them, they're both in the same apartment living together.
Yeah,
they put their past behind them.
Yeah,
which I think.
Are we talking about Trick Shot?
Yeah,
Trick Shot or Bullseye
or Hawkeye.
Yeah, or Hawkeye. it gets confusing sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna do Avengers number 42.
Yep.
Okay, so Avengers number 42. Like I said, just going in. If you haven't read Avengers 40, if you have not read any of the other Avengers books or the New Avengers, go back and read that because this is a Mac Fraction's tale. And if you don't read that, then you're going to be confused. You're going to be super confused.
Wait, a Mac Fraction's tale?
No, Jonathan Hickman.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, thank you.
Okay.
So this is Avengers number 42. This actually deals with. This is still dealing with the repercussions of the incursions, but we're actually getting it from multiple perspectives. But the perspective that's, I would say, the most important right now is actually from the Shi'ar Empire. And for those of you who have heard that before, you know that the Shi'ar Empire, they're kind of neutral right now, but but when it comes to the X-Men, especially with the Summers clan, they do not like the Shi'ar Empire. It's kind of because of the Shi'ar Empire that Cyclops was not able to control his power. But it's definitely their fault that he lost his father and mother at a young age.
Okay.
So anyway, we're taking things from Gladiator's perspective. Gladiator is now the new king of the Shi'ar Empire, and there's this guy called Mentor. He kind of looks like a very not buff Drax, and Mentor has like this kind of like a flashback. It's taking place in a flashback that's 4 days from now, 3 days from now, 2 days from now, and then 1 day from now, or present day. And the Mentor says that it's because of the war that happened with Thanos that he hasn't been able to discover this thing. The war with Thanos and the war with the Builders, that he hasn't been able to discover that these incursions have been happening. And he tells the Gladiator that the center point for all these incursions is an Earth. So he says the best way to stop these incursions from happening, because an incursion basically means that that it's where there's a rip in the space-time continuum, so different worlds are going to collide with each other, and so if those worlds collide, then the whole universe gets destroyed. So Mentor says to Gladiator, the only way that we can stop this is if we go to Earth and destroy it, because that way there'll be nothing for it. There'll be nothing for the other world to collide with. Now, granted, there's a conflict of interest because Gladiator has just fought with the Avengers, Earth's mightiest heroes, in this huge war with the Builders. It's actually because of them and their plan that they were able to defeat the Builders, and now like they were once allies, and now he's kind of put in a position to save his people as well as the rest of the galaxy. He has to destroy the entire planet.
Couldn't they just move it out of the way for a bit?
They tried that. Trust me. Like the Avengers, or the Illuminati, which is basically composed of Earth's smartest heroes, which is composed of Iron Man, Tony Stark, but he's a little superior right now. Mm-hmm. There's Black Panther. There's Yellow Jacket, or Hank Pym, which is kind of funny. He went to a different dimension to try and find these people called the Beyonders. For those of you who watched the Spider-Man cartoon, to get help from them, but like it was a no-go. But he was there, but he was in that universe for so long that he comes back and he looks like Michael Douglas. I wonder why.
Also, is he fucking insane yet?
Yeah, but yeah, he's kind of reached that point. He's been gone for a while.
Because he's Yellow Jacket.
Yeah. It's also composed of Captain Britain, the Hulk, but the Hulk is not the Hulk right now. He's actually Doc Green, which is kind of a mixture of Bruce. Which is kind of a mixture of Bruce Banner.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the Hulk is smart right now.
Doc Green is basically like the maestro if he was still a good guy.
Right.
Okay.
Like, not even exaggerating. That's what they're hinting at heavily.
Right. But he still hates Bruce Banner, by the way. It's interesting. So yeah, Doc Green, he's in there too. There's also Amadeus Cho, who is like the newest member of the Illuminati. There's also Black Bolt. I already said Black Panther, right?
Yes.
And Reed Richards. I said that too. I think I did.
No, you didn't.
Okay, and Reed Richards. And it used to be... Oh, sorry, and Beast. But, I've had my issues with Beast. But he's in there too. Yeah. And so... And it used to be also Namor, but he got kicked out because
he's a dick.
Namor was being Namor.
he's a douche.
Yeah. Well, also that, and because he got kicked out, and then he came back, and then Black Panther and Black Bolt tried to kill him, which I think honestly he should have died from that. but he's still alive.
Yeah.
But he's running out there
They should have killed him just on the fact that if they can't use him in the movies, why use him at all?
because they're still working on it.
That's what they're doing with Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say that because while Fantastic Four is like the book is gone, the characters are still being used. Like everybody's except for the Human Torch, actually, which could actually be some kind of saying like we want our Johnny Storm as Johnny Storm, but I don't know about that. But they do still use Reed Richards and Sue Storm, especially I'm going to say that again, especially for Hickman. But I think that's possibly because Hickman has worked with the Fantastic Four before and Future Foundation and Fantastic Four back when it was still a book that people were interested in. But besides that, so like I said, so all these different people are having all these different plans on trying to stop these incursions. And they've kind of failed. And by kind of, I mean they failed. They're going on the edge here. They're down to the wire. And so what Doc Green and Captain Britain have decided to do is go to a universe where go to a section of space where Hank Pym has just been at and from the other side and get the skin of a god, kind of like a celestial. Because if they skin this god, their skin is unbreakable. So I don't know what they're going to do with this. I kind of think they're going to try and cover the earth with it, which is kind of disgusting. But they know that this skin is unbreakable, and if they use it, like the earth, there's a chance that the earth won't get crushed. So that's their plan.
This is weird.
I know, dude. Trust me, it's Hickman. It's Hickman all the way. It's
Which is
science.
funny considering
Yeah.
if they can skin a god, doesn't that mean that skin is breakable?
Hey man. Well, maybe if they skin them from the inside, I don't know. Hey, look. I'm not a scientist. And then so that's their plan. T'Challa, who is Black Panther, and Reed Richards' plan is to they basically decided that the Earth is the Earth is kind of past saving. So what they have decided to do in a kind of a Noah's Ark kind of fashion, which is kind of ironic if you get the whole science perspective from this. They've decided to make like a space station, and they're going to kind of pick and choose who gets to go on the station and who does not. Just kind of effed up if you think about it. But like. And they're kind of talking about like who we get, who we don't get. And Reed said that we definitely need to get some geneticists, so we can fix the genes for when Earth is kind of like gets back to normal and in a couple million years.
Dear
but
God.
it turned I know, but so it's kind of like this awesome floating space station. Black Panther designed it kind of, and Reed Richards is going to build it. But like the plan didn't come from them, and it actually came from Reed Richards' daughter, Valeria Richards, who is she's not evil, but she likes hanging out with Dr. Doom a lot, so her mind is kind of twisted in like a scientific way.
Yeah.
And she says, but you understand, like the problem is not what you do now, it's what you do afterwards. Because after you save these people, like whoever turns evil from that is going to be your creation. And she says it's all while eating ice cream. Just a really wicked kind of scene. This little evil genius saying this to her father.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Why can't they just use the negative zone?
I don't know. Like I know for like one thing they can't use time travel because time is broken. Thanks to Agent Ultron.
Well that's because they went out of their way to break time.
Even though they said that, but then of course all new X-Men is happening, and I thought time was broken. But hey, comics. And
then how does Spider-Verse work since they're pulling whatever?
Well, that's why they call it space-time. So I guess they couldn't they couldn't stop the event from happening, but they can influence how it happens. So that's all in the 4 days. I know it's a long explanation, but it's a good book to me.
I love you, comic book logic. You're not confusing at all.
So now back at Nation X, which is actually the old Weapon X facility, because Cyclops has kind of commandeered that since someone else was using it. Honestly, Cyclops has taken Sentinels and he's re-engineered them instead of killing mutants to protect them. Which I think is like
that always works.
Yeah, which I think is like, but come on, it's Cyclops. Hey, Cyclops is a man with a plan or plans.
Why doesn't he just reprogram it to save everybody?
Because he's kind of done with saving humans. Because every time he saves them, they kind of turn his back on him. Thanks, Avengers versus X-Men. And so he's talking to Cannonball and Sunspot, new mutants, by the way, and my favorite guys. Second only to Cyclops. but Cannonball and Sunspot are actually Avengers now. So Cyclops is kind of talking to them, saying that it's high time that I got into this world saving game. Except instead of saving the world, I'm going to change it. And change it by I'm going to make it to where mutants never get persecuted again. And I'm kind of like, I don't know about never getting persecuted again, but I like the way you're thinking. And so he says, like, so a couple issues back, he says that he has a Phoenix egg, and he's going to use it. Now, I don't know what a Phoenix egg is, but I think it means that, like, the Phoenix apparently lays an egg, and, like, whoever hatches from it is going to be the new Phoenix Force. But so he's basically going to have a Phoenix Force that he's going to be able to mold to his parameters and his preferences.
Anytime the Phoenix is involved,
it's a bad idea. I know, but just think about this: we have Sentinels and the Phoenix Force at the same time.
Fucking
like,
Summers.
Like if we just have Mr. Sinister, then it's a done deal. Yeah. So like, so this plan. So this plan is just. So that's Cyclops' plan.
That's the plot for the next X-Men movie after Apocalypse.
Yeah. So that's 3 days from now, and then we get to a day ago, and now we're back with Sunspot and Cannonball. And I don't know if you noticed, but Cannonball actually had a son with Smasher. Now Smasher is actually a human guardian for the Shi'ar Empire, so you can kind of see where this is going. Smasher gets a call from Gladiator saying that we need you back at the Shi'ar Empire because some shit's about to go down. But because we like you so much, we're gonna let you bring your family along. Now, granted, she doesn't know what's happening. She just knows that she has to move. And that's where we kind of cut off from there. But now, and finally, like I said, Namor was supposed to die, but he didn't because of things that he did in Avengers vs. X-Men. But he lived because I guess he's that durable, and so he actually ends up he reawakens the Cabal, the people that the people that the Avengers had just fought, which is Thanos and his cronies, and he joins them, and he has decided that he's going to save his Earth by destroying every other Earth. So what he does basically is that he allows Thanos and his friends to go to different Earths that are about to break into and converge into their Earth, and just kill everybody on the planet and then blow it up. Which I'm like, if you're gonna do that, why don't you just blow up the planet? You don't have to kill everybody. But Namor's being a dick.
Yeah,
and it turns out that the next planet that they're on is Earth 16110. That's right, 1610. They're on the ultimate version of Earth.
Yay, this is almost over.
Wait, you mean the review or the
No, this whole incursion thing. We're about to enter Secret War.
Yeah, that's basically just what it says. Actually, it says the description for this was that time runs out, and it just says 2 months. In 2 months, time runs out. So yeah, it's getting that close. So back on the Shi'ar Empire, like Gladiator's still kind of getting his debacle. Like one of his advisors keeps saying that we cannot kill Earth because we had just fought with these guys, but Gladiator's like, no, I need to protect my empire. But as soon as he says that, his armada comes in to the fray, and they're about to attack. But what they have is the element of surprise. Until it turns out that on a faraway asteroid, the Guardians of the Galaxy have been listening in on their comms. So the Guardians of the Galaxy go down to Earth and warn the Avengers about it. And the Avengers are consistent of there's 3 versions of the Avengers right now. Because there's the new Avengers, that's with Sunspot and Cannonball. There's the Secret Avengers, and then there's just the regular Avengers. Or I think they're called Shield Avengers. And so as soon as the Guardians of the Galaxy tell them about this, they decide, being Avengers, saying, no, we're going to stay and we're going to fight the Empire. And Rocket's like, you guys are a bunch of idiots. I told you that there's a fire about to happen, and instead of running, instead of running away from the fire, you're going to run into it. So good luck. And that's how it ends.
So my question is, are we getting 2 more issues of Avengers?
I would say, let me see. So that's 42. I know that was a long review and that was a lot to say, but that's a Hickman book for you.
Yeah.
I would say, let's see, we're going to get new event, because it says in 2 months. So what we're going to do basically is we're going to get the new Avengers perspective and the new Avengers book. Then we're going to get the next issue of Avengers, because then that'll be 1 month. Then the next issue of New Avengers, and then finally we're going to get the Avengers and then the New Avengers. So I think we have like 3 more books. So that's actually 6 in total if you count New Avengers and Avengers.
And then it's finally Secret Wars, and we can
Secret Wars.
Finally figure out what the fuck you doing.
What's going on? Yeah. But to be fair, we've seen some covers for Avengers / New Avengers, and it looks like before they even fight the Shi'ar Empire, like Captain America and Iron Man are going to fight,
right?
Because he's in that battle suit,
right?
So I guess it's just about to go down.
Is this old Captain America in that suit?
Yeah, it's old Captain America too. So it's kind of like you kind of get like a Dark Knight Rises vibe, or Dark Knight Returns. He's in the Cap super suit.
I have to catch up on Avengers. So would you buy or pass?
Yeah, I'd say buy, but only buy if you've been following this from the beginning. So I would say it's 20% buy if you've been following it. It's 80% pass because you just need to wait till this thing is completed. Yeah. Okay. But that's a Hitman book for you. He is a visionary.
Although it is funny to see the maker just like look at these guys just showing up.
Oh yeah, because actually I was really I didn't know. I kind of like the whole Punisher versus Rorschach thing. I don't know who's gonna win because the maker is crazy, but those guys are crazy too, but crazy in their own way. I think they kind of balance each other out.
All right.
Yeah, so that's Avengers. I know it's a mouthful, but it's worth it if you've been following. Do not jump into this book.
Okay, well, with that, I'm going to just cut.
Yeah, you might not even want to use this, honestly.
No, I'm going to use that, but I'm going to cut Spider-Woman.
Okay, just say what happened like right now. What happened to Spider-Woman?
Spider-Woman
costume change.
She got a costume change, and
is it good?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not terrible.
Not terrible. It's good.
I could do without the glasses, maybe.
Yeah, I don't see how the glasses are supposed to be a mask because she'll take them off and she'll lose those in the first 5 seconds.
Well, I mean, it works for Hawkeye, so
I'm pretty sure everybody just knows that Jessica Drew is Spider-Woman. So
I know, but people know.
Wasn't she an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yes, she was.
Oh, but according to this issue, she quit both Avengers and S.H.I.E.L.D. So she's just on her own.
Awesome.
Yeah, but isn't her identity public?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically,
so unless she's receiving like messages and data from the glasses, like on like a Google Glass kind of thing, they're unnecessary.
Yeah.
Plus the green that must obscure her vision, like her color.
No, they're yellow, dude.
They're green.
No, they're yellow.
Yeah, let's not have this whole blue dress, white dress thing, but with glasses.
Please don't.
I don't even know what anybody's talking about. The dress was obviously black and white.
Okay. There we go.
All right, colorblind.
Yeah.
And everything is black and white.
Basically, what happens in this issue is an old newspaper guy, Jessica Drew, gets arrested. Yeah, she doesn't even get bailed out because there wasn't no charges, which is funny because you actually see it actually states how much the cops don't like superheroes.
Yeah.
So she gets.
Why was she arrested?
Because she stopped.
Hello?
Yeah, hold on. I heard echoes. They was doing a routine.
Traffic stop?
No. It was a, what do you call it? Like a test.
Drug bust?
No. It was like a. Hold on.
Yeah, I think someone's honking.
Yeah, I hear a train.
Oh yeah. I live by trains, but they're far away. So.
Okay. What do you call it? Were you doing a
inspection protocol?
No, kind of
a practice traffic stop.
No. When you're trying to
Wait, is it like Police Academy?
no, it's a SWAT exercise.
Oh god,
Okay.
dang.
Yeah,
Okay.
they was doing a SWAT exercise and for the cops to try to handle like a bad or a big monster or something like that.
Right. Okay.
How the cops could stop it.
Right.
Here's how
And
you handle it. Call the fucking Avengers.
but yeah. So Jessica Drew stops it, and the cops was like, "The fuck you doing?" And then they arrest her, and they have her in the cell for like 12 hours. And a old newspaper guy comes to take her out, and she was like, Why did you bail me out?" And like basically, you weren't. I didn't. I just I picked you up. You wasn't even charged with anything. You didn't think that was suspicious? And like no. So basically, he's trying to convince her to investigate disappearance of bad guys' girlfriends
Mhm.
because there's been a string of them, and automatically Jessica Drew just dismisses it because
Right.
she's
They're bad
thinking,
guys.
yeah, that and the probably the wives and the girlfriends want to disappear until she has to fight one of the bad guys, and he's like begging her to just let him go because they're going to kill his daughter.
Mm.
And she goes back to get these files, and she notices that, oh god, okay, this guy's in it. Yeah, there's something fishy going on, and basically that's how the issue ends. She's
Okay.
going to investigate this.
All right. So is this exactly after Spider Verse?
Yes,
Okay.
they
Yeah,
don't
she got
did,
the costume.
yeah, they don't mention Spider Verse though. Yeah,
Nice.
they
Which
slow they
I
slightly
have a
do.
question. Why was she even involved in
Yeah,
Spider Verse?
I don't understand. I don't understand it either.
I thought she was like. I thought it was like because like Moreland had like he had one spider that he didn't kill, and that was like Spider Woman of like a different dimension. So I thought they were gonna try and use her as like a mole, but that ended up not happening.
Yeah, there's no reasons she should have been a
Like
part of
she was
Spider Verse.
basically used in Spider Verse as like just a way to use exposition.
I don't know. She was just bitchy.
Well, yeah, because she's. I would be too. I'm like, I shouldn't even be involved in any of this shit.
Yeah, and that kind of carries on into this book.
Like, was Ultimate Spider Woman involved in the Spider Verse?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she was.
She was actually hanging out with the other clones, which is Ben Riley, which I think he died, and
Oh yeah, he died, and so did Kane.
yeah, and Kane.
Poor Kane, Jesus.
Spider Verse, you suck.
No, okay. I will say
Kane-
one thing
Kane's
about
like,
Kane.
It's like the worst of like the clone shit.
No, I will say one thing about Kane because like during the whole Spider Verse thing, they said like Kane, you're the most like you're the most rare totem because like you don't exist in any other universe except here, which I thought was kind of cool.
And Ultimate,
Wait, there's Ultimate Kane too.
there kind of is.
Well, kind of doesn't count.
Well, I mean, like officially he's Kane, but they never call him that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're kind of special.
Yeah.
That's
special.
so Spider Woman. I'll buy it.
Okay, you know, with the Spider-Man thing, do you think they're even going to bother with Jessica Drew in the MCU?
No.
I think so. They're gonna have to with Captain Marvel.
Well, I mean, actually, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm trying to think of that because if they do Captain Marvel, like who's gonna be her supporting cast?
And that's why I'm thinking
I mean, because like if she starts off like as because she has her origin has ties to Hydra,
right.
and then like
And
a lot of her life is like Shield and the Avengers.
Yeah, okay. I guess they'll just say Jessica Drew. I don't think they're gonna have Spider Woman. I think she'll be in it. I don't know.
Because there's the thing they could always introduce. Because that's the thing with the Agents of Shield. They're introducing characters
Yeah, they're
Just
introducing Mockingbird, which I thought was interesting.
Mockingbird. They introduced Deathlock.
Mhm.
Oh, they did. Oh, they
Quake.
Wow, they did.
Mr. Hyde. They had a second Whiplash.
Yeah.
Um,
And Peggy Carter, they actually had the Mandarin.
no, not the Mandarin.
Or was it?
It was
Yeah.
It was Dr. Faustus.
Oh, didn't they make a reference to the Ten Rings?
It was. It's a reference if you look at it hard enough, like because
Okay.
he used the ring to hypnotize people, and it's on his ring finger, which is typically where that ring is the lyre for the Mandarin, and the lyre helps basically like mind control and manipulate and causes hallucinations to other people, to their targets. And it definitely caused hallucinations because we saw a couple of examples in Agent Carter where people were just seeing shit that wasn't happening.
Right.
I mean, that thing with Chief Dooley, like at his home, that was creepy.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing with, oh my god, fucking Howard. I just like my heart broke for the guy
Mhm.
because like I realize now why he was so obsessed with his things and didn't really focus on Tony when he was a kid. It's because he was always trying to he was basically trying to live up to making Captain America the one good thing that wasn't perverted by anybody else.
Okay, I'm getting a little feedback from you, John. I think something's clicking.
Might be my teeth.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we can't control that, can we? Talk with your lips. No, I was kidding.
All right, let me take my teeth out.
All right.
Okay.
I'm getting an echo now. All right. And lastly, we're gonna talk about Princess Leia.
All right. Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah. Princess Leia by Mark Wade.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. This takes place exactly after Episode 1.
Yep.
It takes place in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Put your teeth back in.
No, it's funny because he's not clicking anymore. It might actually be his teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like right after Episode 1. We're still in the award ceremony.
Nice.
And
does it pick up where Chewie going?
Yes, actually, yes, it does. Yeah.
Fan
That's awesome.
service.
Yeah, so
Continuity.
yeah, so basically she's giving a speech like, yeah, we defeated the Empire right now, but now they know of us and they're gonna be hunting us down. And basically we cut to a couple of Red Wing fighters, but not Red Wings, pilots, and they kind of talking about Princess Leia, about how ice she is because Alderaan just died. I mean, Alderaan just blew up,
Yep.
and how she's not showing any emotions about it.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, Princess Leia is talking to what's his face, Dodson. No,
Right.
first she talks to Admiral Akbar.
It's a trap.
Yep, and she wants to talk to what's his fuck, the Donna, and basically she wants to be more active with the rebellion. I mean, with the rebellion, but all he wants her to do is just grief because the Empire is after her specifically,
Right. Mm-hmm.
and they got a nice bounty on her. Mm-hmm. And since there's so little Alderaanians,
right? Well, she just became rare.
Yeah, like her whole race just became rare, so she doesn't want her to go anywhere because she's queen now,
Right.
and what happens?
Wait, hang on. Star Wars, I don't mean to interrupt you, but in Star Wars, I don't think she's Alderaanian.
At this point,
as far as everyone is concerned, she is.
Yeah. I'm trying to. I guess unless we're just not taking the prequels.
I don't think anybody.
No,
that she's adopted.
Yeah.
All right.
Because
I'm just making sure. I was like, she's not Alderaanian.
It's not like it's public knowledge throughout the galaxy that Vader had children or used to be Anakin Skywalker.
Right.
That is true. Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah. So as of right now, of this story, everybody thinks she's Alderaanian,
right?
And Princess Leia and Luke don't know their brother and sister, so you got to take all that into account.
Okay.
So
do they have sex?
No. there is a scene that's kind of like oh no, but it's more like Luke looks at her strange, and she's like, "Why are you looking at me strange?" And it's like, "Why are you looking at her strange?" And it's because when Ben died, he was able to cry. He was able to turn to her, and he's just like, "I wish that you could turn to somebody because I know your planet just blew up."
All right.
So she wants to be more with the rebellion, but there's so little of them that
Rebel scum.
Yeah, there's so little of actual Alderaanians that he doesn't want anybody to die now.
Right.
And there's a special Red Wing pilot that was under the old queen. I forget her name. The old queen. And she's one of those. She doesn't like Leia, but she has to respect her because she's royalty, and she wants to preserve that, even though their species is gone.
Right.
However, her and Leia gets into this fight, and then they come into a mutual understanding, and decide, you know what? Let's go find the rest. Let's just find any other person from Alderaan that's out there, and try to bring them back in. Okay. And all this while, basically the plan was for everybody else to try to find a place for everybody to hide out. And with Princess Leia and this other Red Ring fighter going off, it's going to seem the Red Ring pilot thinks that this is a bad plan because if they go off, then they're going to use all their resources into finding them instead for doing the mission. And while they're leaving, Luke and another Red Ring pilot has to stop them. And they get into a conflict, and there's a trick that happens, and eventually they get away. I spoiled it for you. Don't care.
Sure.
So, and basically, they're not friends, but at the end, it seems like, yeah, they could be friends, and that's how the issue ends.
All right.
On their way, with them going to Naboo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. There are a few places in Star Wars where you just need to stay away from, and that's Naboo.
Yeah.
Tatooine.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to stay away from Alderaan because it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
But I would almost say Coruscant as well.
Right. But it's Wade, so yes, it's good.
Yeah.
So not yet, buddy, not yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I like this. It's kind of interesting because one title that I was kind of following with DC was Injustice, just to see, and it's been doing pretty well. It kind of shows you how it got to that point, and this is kind of like the same thing.
Right.
Just like it's kind of like just filling in, just filling us in on what happened in between.
Yeah, because I like this because it doesn't seem like fanfare.
Nah.
It doesn't seem like hey, you remember Star Wars, right? Here's this and here's this. You remember this from this movie, right? You remember that from that part from the movie, right? It seems like yes, this is logically what happens after this episode.
Mm-hmm. I think part of the reason why is because because Disney is right on their asses. Oh yeah, you better make this work.
Yeah, you better make. You put your A team on this. The art, I have to say, I think is better than the Star Wars title itself.
Okay.
But it still needs some work. Right. I think Terry Dodson, I believe, is doing it. But this is a mini series, so
yeah. And it's solely Leia, right? It's just her.
Yeah, it's just her. But you see Luke and Han, but this is focused on Leia.
Right. Okay. Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Still waiting on that. No offense against Leia. I'm still waiting on that Boba Fett.
Anyway,
Boba Fett's awesome. No, but technically speaking, Boba Fett, unfortunately, because the expanded universe doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately, Boba Fett is still dead, and I think that's a crime.
Didn't they retcon that? I don't think so. Yeah, it's a really good buy. It is. I can't wait for the next issue.
Yeah. I'm curious though because like they're doing old Star Wars right now, which is good. But like when new Star Wars comes out, I wonder if they're still going to be doing that.
Probably. I know they're going to do something set in the prequel universe.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it's just going to be a whole book, just nothing, everything from Jar Jar's perspective.
Oh, shut up. But yeah, this is a very good pick. This is a very good book. All right, and with that, let's get to the last segment, and that is our sponsored hero villain of the week. Goddamn Maggot.
Fuck Maggot.
Maggot. Damn you, Maggot.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Chris, you start because I think you.
Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I am what you would call an X-Men fanatic.
Right.
And granted, X-Men has been through some shit. I won't lie to you.
Right.
One of the greatest, most beautiful, most horrible experiences for me was in New X-Men, where we get this awesome character of Zorn, who was always supposed to be just Magneto, and they had the stigmata, they had the balls to say no, he is an original character, ruining a good run. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna forgive you. But Maggot was one straw too many.
Maggot, who first appeared in Uncanny X-Men number 345, that was 1997. He was a South African mutant who spoke in exaggerated Afrikaans slang. Maggot was advertised as one of the strongest X-Men. I mean, strangest.
Strongest X-Men? Your bullshit.
Strangest X-Men.
Yes.
His digestive system took the form of two slugs, which could eat through practically any substance. After feeding, the slugs re-enter Maggot's abdomen and pass nourishment to him, giving him incredible powers.
Right.
This character is horrible.
Yes. In every sense of the word. Yeah. Every sense. If you look up horrible in the dictionary, Maggot is going to be right there.
Did you know he was on Generation X?
Yeah. Which already is a bad sign.
For one issue. Apparently, basically the background of this character is him and his brother lived in apartheid South Africa. He was kind of sickly because he couldn't eat, so didn't want to be a burden to his parents. He escaped with his brother for some reason. Like I could see him escaping, but why take your brother? I don't know. Anyway, he found his way to Magneto.
Yep.
And Magneto, for some reason, being in South Africa, took him in and helped him fight some racist South Africans who basically murdered his brother. But after he noticed how Magneto was acting, like willing to kill these people, he decided not to follow him anymore. And that's when the X-Men found him while he was searching for Magneto and took him in. And at first he thought the X-Men were as bad as Magneto, to the point where he turned himself into the police. He was going to turn himself into the police, but the X-Men stopped him and said, "Hey, look, we're not Magneto." And basically, that's all you have to know about Maggot, because he's a sucky character.
Yes, he is. Actually, I would say the only saving grace of this character is that he's from South Africa, and maybe somehow, some way, the guy that filmed both District 9, Elysium, and Chappie will get his hands on him and make something out of him, because that guy just loves showing how bad South Africa is.
He just loves showing the dirtiness of South Africa.
South Africa. So Maggot will be right at home there.
Yeah.
But besides that, I think the greatest thing that happened to Maggot was in Wolverine and the X-Men. I forgot which issue it was, but it was near the end. That this is when Quentin Quire, he quits being an X-Men and he joins the Hellfire Club, or like the newest rendition of it. And so he throws this costume party, and they dress up, and he invites all these people, all these teens, and these teens dress up as different X-Men. And then a guy that looks very similar to Maggot walks in, and the security guard's like, "Hey, that looks like Maggot." And then the guy goes like, "Dude, I think that was Maggot." That's it.
Because fuck Maggot.
Yeah. One of the worst X-Men that they have made, and they have made some crappy X-Men. I mean, they're still like, don't even get me started about Lifeguard and Slipstream.
Look, Maggot was so obscure, I actually fell asleep out of that whole bit.
Yeah.
I literally woke up right now as soon as you were saying "fuck Maggot."
Yeah, he sucks.
I'm not making fun. I literally just woke up.
Maggot. I mean, not Magic. Maggot. So boring, it'll literally put you to sleep.
Yep, and that's Maggot, because fuck him. All right, fuck him. All right.
I don't think we can say that enough. I don't think they get it, Jared. Now, what is that about Maggot?
Nothing. You know, we're done. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Last before we go, comic pulls this week.
All right.
I have some comic news.
Ooh,
okay,
really?
what's comic news? Oh, news. I like news. What's new?
Groot's getting his own series.
It's just going to say, "I am Groot."
Yeah, it's "I am Groot."
Nice.
Okay.
I believe the premise is, like, while him and Rocket are going on an intergalactic road trip, calamity strikes and they are separated for the first time in years.
Wow.
And now Groot is on his own.
Wow. Who's writing that?
I have no idea.
Mark Waid is writing it.
Mark Waid is writing it.
Miller.
Frank Miller.
Frank Miller presents "I am Groot."
I am goddamn Groot.
How am I going to make this as dark as possible?
I know.
Yeah.
I'll make Groot kidnap some children.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have the children eat rats. And then...
Yeah.
Then...
Call this All-Star. Call this All-Star Groot.
All-Star Groot. Oh, God.
Groot rapes a white family. And then Groot has sex with Gamora while it rains.
How's that dark? Yeah. God, you know there's something. You know there's something out there that's like that already. You know that, right?
Really, he's just going to trace scenes of Evil Dead.
Okay, comic pulls. Is there anything that you're looking forward to this week?
This week, I think, isn't Miles Morales coming out this week?
Of the closet?
Yes, give him the silence. Oh, I know what comes out this week.
What comes out this week?
Yes, Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man number 11 comes out this week.
Yes, I'm very curious about this because Miles Morales, because I don't know if you guys have been following that, but like in this issue, Doom appears, which I don't even know how that's going to happen.
Doom has been back for a while.
No, I mean no, but like, how does Doom tie in with Miles Morales?
Because Doom is something.
Yeah, I know. Because like I think because right now the big thing is Hydra. So unless they're gonna say that Doom, like was like a sponsor of Hydra or kind of created Hydra, I don't know how they're gonna do this.
That would be interesting if Doom created Hydra.
But I'm curious. Like I said, Brian Michael Bendis puts everything he has into this book, and it has never disappointed me. Like not one issue has disappointed me.
Also coming out this week, Thor number 6.
Yeah, we finally get to find out who that lady is.
All right, I
think I know who it is.
Who do you think it is? Yeah, let's all make a guess.
I think it's still Thor.
You think it's just a female version of Thor?
Yeah. Hey, it happened to Loki.
Yeah, that's just true.
Well, Loki took Sif's body though.
Yeah, maybe Thor took Sif's body as well.
All right. So what do you think, Jared?
I'm thinking it's the mother.
Oh, you mean? I thought that too. But then they mouth kissed, and I was like, maybe not.
Missed that. All right, I missed that issue.
I think that was last issue too.
But then again, it's Asgard, so
I don't know what Asgard's like.
Yeah.
I love this cover. They got all the women here.
And then Loki pointing at himself.
Loki pointing at himself. I love it.
It's funny too because in Axis, Loki was able to pick up the hammer. I mean, all it took was for him to be inverted, but yeah, he was finally able to pick up Mjolnir. He was finally worthy.
Okay, then I'm gonna go with.
Wasn't it funny that the villains like they made a tape saying they did it before they switched?
Yeah.
It's so funny when villains are good because then they're
especially Carnage. Carnage was the best.
Carnage was awesome. He's like, I want a statue made of gold.
I want a limestone statue in the middle of New York City.
And I want it playing
Skinner all night long. And then
Spider-Man's like, I don't know, promise me. But I'm like, promise me, all right.
And then he actually does it. Like we actually see him making it.
Nice. We get Star Wars number 3.
Oh God! Imagine what Spider-Man would have been like if he was inverted.
Andrew Garfield.
No, like so much more worse than Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it'd been funny if he was already Superior and then he gets inverted and then he just goes back to Peter Parker.
That's how they should have. That's how they should have ended Superior.
You know what?
That's how they should have
fucking done. That's how they should. Then you wouldn't have had that great bit with. Then you wouldn't have had that great bit with Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Because like he figured out that Otto like became Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then when after like Peter came back, like Norman still thought it was still Otto.
Or you again.
And then it's like I forget what the thing was, but like it was like a crack at the fact that Goblin carries a purse, basically.
Oh yeah.
And then like it was the way he said it, I guess, that like made Goblin realize that it wasn't Otto, it was Peter again.
Yeah.
Like, it's you.
Yeah. I still think that would have been a better, well, not better, because like I like what Dan Slott did, but I think that would have been a great way to bring back Peter Parker if he got inverted. But oh well.
We have Spider-Gwen number 2.
Oh yeah, she's fighting Vulture. Will she survive that fall? We don't know. Hang in there, Gwen.
Miss Marvel number 13.
Oh yeah.
We have Captain Marvel number 13.
Is this finally the episode? Not episode. Is this finally the issue where they cross over?
Crossover.
Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel. I'm just joking.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Ant-Man number 3.
Ooh.
He fights Taskmaster, and they debut of Howard the Duck number 1.
Oh yeah, Howard the Duck, the new breakout character.
Yep.
Somebody play that song.
God, you know what? I think the first issue of Howard the Duck should just be. It should start with like him saying, "Well, that movie deal didn't work out too well," and that would have been perfect. Yeah,
or maybe it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, Buddy said that he's definitely gonna get Ant-Man. So, more power to you, man.
Yeah. For Image,
Spawn.
East of West number 18.
Okay.
And for DC,
Hang on, Jared, your mic, dude.
my mic.
Yeah. It's fighting Velcro right now. And Velcro is winning.
Okay, how's that?
Okay.
Okay. DC, we have.
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
DC, we have Batman Eternal number 49.
I am Groot.
Yes, to Eternal. We have Constantine number 23.
I am Groot.
Yes.
Yes.
We have Detective Comics Endgame number 1.
I am Groot.
No.
We have,
Buddy, why are you talking?
we have Earth 2 Worlds End number 23.
I am
No.
Groot.
Oh, yes.
Oh, come on, buddy.
We have Green Lantern Corps number 40.
God damn it, Jared. No, say it again. Say it again.
Oh, Green Lantern Corps number
better.
40.
We're gonna get this right.
We have we have Injustice God Among Us Year 3 number 11.
Yes.
I am Groot.
Oh, he said no.
Oh, buddy said no.
Justice League United number 10.
Buddy can suck my. Actually, no, because bleeding.
Yeah.
Hell.
Wait, is that no to the sucking, or is that no to the book?
I am
Or both?
Both. There we go.
Okay.
Clorin number 6.
Claron.
Claron
I
number
am
6.
Groot.
No.
No.
Mortal Kombat X number 4.
I am Groot.
Is Freddy Krueger in it?
Nah.
Is Batman in it?
Is Batman in it?
Most likely. Multiversity Guidebook number 1, second printing.
I
didn't know that was the first print.
No. New 52 featured in number 45.
Is Batman in it?
Yes, Jonathan, to everything. New Suicide Squad number 8.
Is Will Smith in it?
Yes. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Number 55.
Yes.
Is Batman in it?
Maybe. Smallville season 11 continuity number 4.
No.
Probably. Wait, let's look at the cover. I see Nightwing.
Is Harley Quinn in it?
Yes, Batman is in it.
Oh, come on now.
Have they shown Joker in the Smallville comics yet? Because I know they've shown Mr. Freeze, and they've shown
Buddy.
What was the other one?
World's Finest number 32.
No. Ope. He put Ope.
Ope.
He put Hope. It stands for Hope.
Astral City number 21. No. Coffin Hill number 16. Fables The Wolf Among Us number 3. Yes. Wow. Okay. Really?
Oh wait, Wolf Among Us? Oh hell yeah. Yeah, that's a great game. And I started with the book first, but yeah, I'll definitely get Wolf Among Us.
All right. Federal Bureau of Physics, number 19.
Not into that nerd shit. No, I was kidding.
And iZombie, number 1, special edition.
I watched the TV show.
Yeah.
Really?
Really, explain yourself, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Explain yourself.
Yeah.
I read
with your words.
Okay, I guess suppose that's a explanation. That's not really a good explanation, but granted, he did just say explanation.
Anybody?
It's okay.
Anybody reading Shudder for Image?
Nope.
I started reading it. Not great, not bad though. That's for Shudder.
I am Groot.
iZombie. Okay, you read Shudder?
I am Groot.
No. Okay. Starlight number 1. I'm guessing that's a new, maybe not new, but new printing or something. Walking Dead number 138.
I am Groot.
Yes. And Spawn Resurrection number 1.
I am Groot.
No. Yeah, we're all in agreement.
No to Spawn.
Is anybody caught up on Walking Dead?
No.
Well, I thought last time. Oh, what happened, buddy? Tell us what happened to Rick.
I am Groot.
Call.
This episode? Yes, this episode.
No, next one, man. Just leave me in suspense.
I'm talking about the comic.
The comic book, dude.
I'm talking about the comic.
Number 115. There's 16 now.
I am Groot.
Like, is that?
Let's see. Last time I was reading Walking Dead, they had just beat Negan, and Rick, instead of killing him, he put him in like this container to just keep him there to show him the error of his ways. Which I'm like, no, just kill that son of a bitch.
Or throw him into like a pit full of zombies.
Yeah.
Charlie Adland returns. Adlan? Am I pronouncing it right? Adlan?
Adelan.
Okay. Yeah, he returns. Wait, is that in the episode or in the book?
I am Groot.
Okay.
Okay, the book. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude this episode of the GCPD. I would like to thank you for listening. It's daylight saving time. I just noticed it. Catch us next week, where we talk about more stuff. What's our topic next week?
Dude, we didn't talk about the Avengers trailer.
Yeah. It was a trailer. It was good. Whatever.
Okay, that sums it up.
Yeah.
There was a Crimson Cow reference.
Awesome, Crimson Cow. And Groot, what do you have to say about it?
I am Groot.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.